Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of Sonic Kid 8374 Reviews, because today I have the Dave Strider Homestuck vinyl figure. Now, if you haven't seen part 1 of this video, I actually reviewed John Egbert a little while ago, so if you want to go ahead and check that out, go ahead and check the link in the description. Now, this is the Dave Strider Homestuck figurine, and he comes in a box that is styled after Lohak, which is the land of heat and cogs that he gets after he enters the medium. Now, we're going to go ahead and turn around this box so you guys can see all the little attentions to detail, all the great big towers that have lava and clockwork. And then there's all the legal stuff on the back that tells you what company made it, who was responsible for this madness, and all the other little legal things as well. Now, this is a work of art, not a toy, and it cannot be more truer than that, because the bottom of the box is red, which I actually thought was kind of cool, though, because the bottom of the box for John was black, and I expected the bottom to be much the same on this one, so it shows that they actually designed the bottom of the box as well. There's the Homestuck logo, and we'll go ahead and bring him back to the front here so that you can see him in all of his glory. Now let's go ahead and get him out of the box, and let's get this review going. So after you get him out of the box, he will have 2 layers of plastic, just like the John figure. Now he actually has 4 different little prongs that will go into the plastic that hold the faceplate on. So you will just want to pull those out individually and slowly so you don't mess anything up, because this is a very nice piece to have actually in the box if you prefer to display them that way. Now that you have the faceplate off, you can go ahead and get your grubby little hands on your Cattle Scratch and Dave. Now we're going to go ahead and take out the Cattle Scratch first and take a look at it. Now when you pull it out of the box, it's actually very light material, but not heavy at the same time. As you can see it from all its different angles, everything is 3D on it, like there's little ridges. It has a small crack there in the end, which is intentionally there for the broken Cattle Scratch. The part I'm trying to show here is actually very hard, but the insides of the black parts right there where my thumb is are actually gray instead of black, which irks me a little bit, but it's not really lazy, it's just the way that Homestuck is, honestly. Let's be honest, there's way worse frames than anything these figures could look like, even if they were thrown in hot lava. Everything is 3D, the grip on the handle and everything, you can see all the little attentions to detail. Now we can go ahead and pull out Dave and show him off a little bit. Now, the thing I noticed the most about him was how well made his hair was, and how just well done everything is on his character. I mean, he has waves in his hair. Each little noodle or strand of hair is completely sculpted out. He actually has a little dip on his back right here, which you can see me feeling up a little bit there. The big attentions to detail were mainly in the hair, the glasses, and just the way that his stance is, because he has a specific amount of sass and everything. The only thing that really disappointed me about his character was there was no articulation in any other area except for that hand that I'm messing with right now. That is the only part that moves, and that really baffled me, because when I seen all the pictures and stuff, I thought that certain things would be movable, but as I got the figure and started to move with it, maybe I'm just not forcing it because I don't want to mess him up, or maybe he's not posable in any way other than that hand, which that really bothered me at first, but he's already in a stance that I'm comfortable with, so I guess, I mean, beggars can't be choosers. So I'm just trying to mess with him a little bit off screen to try and maybe get something to work, but he's really not budging at all. So you can see the glasses are in fact 3D and pop away from his face. Every little noodle of hair that sticks out is all 3D and has its little bit of character. You can see the hunch in his back a little bit. It's actually not as deep as it looks, or at least the shadow makes it look. His pockets are 3D, the shoes are well sculpted, and you have all the legal stuff on the bottom of his shoes, just as you did with John. Pockets, zipper, everything is all there and good and fine and dandy. that's actually stained onto it, so you can't feel it or move it, but the sleeves actually do have a small little ridge to them. So the things that are 3D are definitely 3D, and the things that aren't 3D shouldn't be 3D. Or, yeah, the things that shouldn't be 3D aren't 3D. So, very well made, very nice. Definitely a display piece, though, because his articulation is almost non-existent, and that really made me upset. So we're going to go ahead and put in the cattle scratch, and hopefully we don't have the same problems as we did with the John figure. And we did have the same problems as we did with the John figure, unfortunately. When I was trying to slip it into his hand, I really thought that I could wriggle it in a little bit, and I just ended up tearing off some of the paint. Now, I don't know if this is really my issue, or if it's an issue with these figures, and since it happened to both of them, I'd honestly have to say it's the figures, because it's almost ridiculous. The good news about Dave's figure, though, is it's a little bit more universal. I actually put white out on mine after the recording of this so that I could fix that up a little bit. Which is the real nice thing about his weapon is it's mostly black and white, so if you ever needed to fill anything in with smudges or anything, you could definitely just do that with whatever whiteout you have or whatever colored marker you have. And I actually did put it in the wrong way, I'm aware of that. I just wanted to have it in a way that it would look cool, and I actually did switch it by the end of this video. So yes, it's a very nice piece for sure, but I really wish that they had fixed some of the issues that they had had with it before they tried to put this up on the market. I don't hate it for the price that it is, and it is the only one available that you can get, but I really wish that they had done a little bit better job with the paint job on it, or at least like the articulation and stuff in the hands. Now, this is for a size comparison. For those of you who haven't seen the John figure, I'm setting up certain things around here so that you guys can see. I actually had a small camera malfunction. The weight I was holding to hold up the camera prop fell on me. It fell on my toe, actually, and knocked everything down. But that's what he looks like next to a Rubik's Cube, a Zippo lighter, and a can of pop. So this is the part in the video that I actually had in the John video as well, and this is just to kind of show you guys like all the different angles and my time to reflect on everything. And I think everything I said in this video also pertains to the John part as well, which I enjoy these figures, but I really wish that they took a little bit more time with all of them, because it seems like they're well made but unpolished at the same time. They're very good in the sense that you definitely want to keep them in the box, but the second you start taking them out of the box, you start seeing like all these little problems with them that could irk you or could surprise you. And I have to say I was pleasantly surprised with these guys. I mean, they were way bigger than I thought they were going to be. They're really cute and really fun to own, and I'm glad that I have them sitting up on the desk that I have right now. And I'm not disappointed with the price at all. And I will definitely be ordering the rest of the 4 just to finish those guys out. But I really wish that these things could have been just a tad bit better. But they're the only ones available, and I feel like they probably won't ever be available anywhere else. So I'm happy with my purchases, and I would definitely recommend them to anyone. Now, getting back to the Dave figure, I actually adjusted the cattle scratch so that he could stand up with the cattle scratch, but he kind of balances on it. And from what I understand, it was supposed to kind of be like a third leg for him when you actually see the picture that I'll put at the end of this video. And that kind of upset me really bad that, like, it wasn't what you displayed on your website. Because when you show us things, and there's nobody to review these kind of things, because I couldn't find anybody else that would review these things, I was just fairly upset with the way that everything went with these. But I was also pleasantly surprised at the same time. Honestly, I don't hate the purchase I made, and I'm very happy that I spent the money on these, because I cannot regret my purchase on something that is this cool. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, I shoot 'em down with a peace sign. Shoot 'em down like bang, bang, bang. I shoot 'em down with a peace sign.